I want to rock and roll all night and party every day. Hello, welcome to Music and Stuff with me, Rob Lewis, and thank Kiss it's Friday. This week I have been reviewing the 1975 release Dressed to Kill by Kiss. Yeah, so one of the first albums that I owned, but it was given to me by my older brother. Given or lent? I've never given it back. And I didn't really know much about Kiss at the time. I was kind of just starting to get into them. So these guys with the makeup on, I was a little bit confused by it. But it's cool. I got there in the end. So, it was recorded between February the 8th and the 18th in 1975 and released on March the 19th, 1975. It eventually went gold, which was pretty cool. The front cover photograph was taken by Bob Gruen, and it was actually in Manhattan on West 23rd Street and 8th Avenue. I've been to New York. I can't remember. I may have been there, but I didn't go there for that, if that makes sense. I walked around a lot, and so I may well have been there, but I didn't specifically go for that. Why? Ask my ex-wife. That's a different story. Produced by Neil Bogart and Kiss themselves. So the story is that Casablanca Records needed another album. They didn't have a lot of money, so they had to save money. So they couldn't afford to get a legitimate producer. So they got the Casablanca president Neil Bogart and the band to produce their own album, and the engineer was Dave Whitman. It comes in at 30 minutes and 7 seconds, which is the shortest Kiss album recorded. And it was recorded at Electric Lady Studios in New York City, of course. Now this copy is different. This is a re-release, obviously because it's CD. He didn't have CDs in 1975. I like the negative version. I assume that was on the LP. I don't have it on LP. But the original copy had the Kiss logo going all around the edge. And the interesting thing is that the Kiss logo on the right hand side at the top is missing an S. Little bit of trivia for you there. So, what do I think of the album? Well, someone wants to say something. Hello, Holiday Rob here from Croatia. Just want to let you know, if you're enjoying this video, thanks very much for watching. But don't forget to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and of course the alarm notification bell so you know when my videos are coming out. And if you're interested, I've got social network stuff, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, not Twitter though. And I've also got a Patreon, so you can find me there. It's in the description. Links for everything's in the description. And yeah, I'm going to hand you back again, because otherwise Studio Rob gets frustrated. Indeed, thank you very much, Holiday Rob. So we have here track number 1, Room Service, written and sung by Paul Stanley. Solid opener. I remember thinking back as a kid when I got hold of this, was it 92, 91, 92, thinking, yeah, like this is a great track. At the time I didn't know what a lot of Kiss songs were about. I was very young and naive. I didn't know they were all about screwing chicks and stuff, you know. But Room Service, great little track. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Very catchy. I like on the album, you wanted the best, you got the best. You actually had live version of Room Service, and Two Timer as well, I believe, which is pretty cool. Because there aren't many recordings of them playing it. But yeah, Room Service. Maybe I could use a meal. Room Service, you do what you feel. Room Service, I take the pleasure with the pain. I can't say no. Track number 2, Two Timer. Was that deliberate? I doubt it. Written and sung by Gene Simmons, who, interesting, someone with a checkered sexual history such as Gene Simmons accusing someone of being a two-timer. But it is a great track. My baby's a two-timer. One thing I have to say about this album, particularly, is the harmonies. The backing vocals on this album are really phenomenal. Great stuff. Considering it was written and recorded very quickly. Two-timer, I'm going to give another 8 out of 10. I like it. It's good. Then track 3, Ladies in Waiting. So, Ladies in Waiting was written in the studio. They still had time to fill. So one afternoon, Gene sat down and wrote Ladies in Waiting. It's lyrically, it's pretty awful. So you've been to the market and the meat looks good tonight. So he's basically suggesting he's got all these women lined up to choose. Oh, knowing Gene, it probably happened. But yeah, it was written one afternoon and the band quickly rehearsed it and recorded it. It's filler. It's album filler. But it's alright, it's not a bad track if you can get around the misogyny in the subject matter. If you're against misogyny, you can't really listen to Kiss. That doesn't mean you have to be pro-misogyny, but you know what I mean. Ladies in Waiting. Interesting that Gene actually played guitar on it, which is cool, because up until then I don't think you'd heard Gene playing guitar. Oh, I'll give it 6 out of 10. Then we get to track 4. Written by Ace Frehley, Getaway, but not sung by Ace Frehley, actually sung by his buddy Peter Criss, the drummer. It's good, yeah, it's a solid track. It's not Ace's greatest track. I'd like to hear Ace singing it. Did he record it? Let me know in the comments if he recorded it somewhere and where I can find it. If he didn't, then we're never going to hear it now, sadly. But yeah, how I understand it was that Paul and Gene asked Ace to sing it, and he was, at that point, he didn't want to sing anything more than some backing vocals. So he asked Peter to do it. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's a good solid track. It's not going to change the world, but it's a good solid track. Then we have track 5, Rock Bottom. Written by Paul Stanley and Ace Frehley. Now, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Ace Frehley wrote the acoustic intro and Paul wrote the song. But because they're lumped up as one, that's why they got joint writing credits. I believe that to be the case. I could be wrong. I'm not making a claim. I think that's what it is. That acoustic intro was, when I heard it, one of the greatest works of music I'd ever heard. And it still is to this day. And I'm going to let you into a little secret, because I don't think that my GCSE music teacher is watching. When I was at school, we had to make an original composition, and I plagiarised the intro to Rock Bottom, I said that I wrote it and produced it as a piece of work, and I got a great mark for it. Even then, my music teacher said, "Did you really write this?" I said, "Yeah, I did." So there you go. A bit of plagiarism. Rock Bottom. I think I've got to put them as one song. I think I would give the acoustic intro a 10 and the song an 8. So because of that, I'm going to give Rock Bottom a 9 out of 10. I think that's fair. I think that's more than fair. But it is a great track, and I really loved it when they did it at the MTV Unplugged show. Interesting that Ace was there but didn't play it. Would have loved to have heard that with Ace, Paul and Bruce playing guitar on it. Side 2, track number 6, Come On and Love Me, written by Paul Stanley, who also played the lead guitar in the introduction as well. Fact. Come On and Love Me, it's a Kiss classic. And I'm going to go so far as to give it 10 out of 10. Come On and Love Me, possibly the strongest track on the album, in my opinion. You're allowed to disagree. You can disagree in the comments politely. Let me know what you think, obviously. But be kind. We're all human. We're all people. But this is my opinion. Feel free to make your own videos as well. I just love Come On and Love Me. It's a great track. She's a dancer, a romancer. I'm a Capricorn and she's a Cancer. Even the lyrics are good. Yeah, 10 out of 10 for Come On and Love Me. Track number 7, Anything for My Baby, Paul Stanley. Now, I mistakenly for a long while thought that this was a cover. And I think that's because I confused it with Any Way You Want It from Alive 2. But yeah, Anything for My Baby, Paul Stanley written and sung track. 7 out of 10. I'm going to give that. Solid, not groundbreaking, but solid track. It's good. Track 8, She, written by Gene Simmons and Steve Coronel, who was in Wicked Lester, the band that Gene and Paul were in when they met. So that it's a Wicked Lester kind of residual. Is that the right word? Great song. Really is a Kiss classic, and it's the longest song on the album, I think. It is even longer than Rock Bottom. Yeah, 4 minutes 8 seconds. One that I learnt to play on guitar many years ago. One of the first Kiss songs I learnt to play. I got it in, is it Total Guitar or Guitar World magazine? It was in there one month, so I learnt it. Sung by Gene, obviously. I'm sure Steve Coronel didn't mind collecting royalties from that over the years. I don't even know if Steve Coronel's still alive, to be fair. But talking of Steve Coronel and Wicked Lester, track 9, I haven't given you the score for She yet. I'm going to give She 9 out of 10. It's that good. Track 9, Love Her All I Can. Now, I've heard the Wicked Lester original recording of this. It's written by Paul Stanley. And I think it's a bit slower, a bit more sort of Beatlesy. I really like it. I like that version. Wicked Lester, a bit more prog rock. Was Kiss, a lot more sort of hard rock metal. Was metal even a thing back in the early 70s? But Love Her All I Can, the harmonies, the backing vocals are really some of the best harmonies that Kiss have ever recorded. Yeah, absolutely. even more than the harmonies in I Just Wanna. Slag the song off, but you can't knock the harmonies. So, yeah, love her all I can. It's not my favourite Kiss track, but I really, really love those harmonies, and it's an 8 out of 10. Let me get to the final track, track number 10. Written by Gene and Paul, sung mostly by Gene. Rock and Roll All Night. One of the most played Kiss tracks ever. Not necessarily this recording, because it was mostly done live. Performed at almost every single concert from that point on. I'm not aware of any full-length concerts they played where they didn't play Rock and Roll All Night. It's not the greatest song in the world, but it does exactly what it says on the tin. It's a rock and roll anthem. It's a great way to finish a Kiss show. Easy lyrics to remember for the audience to sing along with. Yeah, great track. 8 out of 10 for Rock and Roll All Night. Now, I never really knew, maybe you can let me know in the comments, because I haven't looked it up, why it's called Rock and Roll All Night, but night is spelled N-I-T-E and not N-I-G-H-T. Now, when I was a kid, I used to think, because English spelling and American spelling on some things are different, like flavour, we put a U in, America doesn't. What else do we have? Colour, same sort of thing. We put a U in, they don't. There must be more. And I thought it was something silly like, oh, that's how Americans spell night. I was a kid then. I didn't know any different. But if you do know why it's spelled like that, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments what you think of the album in general. My overall score is 8 out of 10. Great album. Maybe 2 more tracks wouldn't have been a bad idea. Get a 12 out of it. Maybe Mistake could have gone on there. See my other video about that. Burning Up with Fever. Who knows? This is you play the hand you're dealt. But yeah, Dressed to Kill, fantastic album. Played it lots when I was a kid because I could, because it was half an hour long. 8 out of 10. Let me know what you think in the comments. So next week, I don't know what I'm doing next week, next Friday. You'll find out then. It's probably going to be another review of something. I don't know what. But yeah, you will find out then. I'll see you there. Thanks very much for watching. Catch you later, Bill and Ted.